Out there, welcome to Tai Mao Plays. How is everyone? Hopefully you're doing well. This is the second episode in my new series, Tai Mao's Play, as I said. And we are going to get right into everything. Let me get my bearings, see what we're doing. I believe we're right now just researching, making sure everything is set up for a good playthrough in this modded playthrough of Stellaris. So we have our Earth, and we're slowly creeping through all these decrepit buildings, changing them into stuff that our little pups can colonize. Yeah. Alright. So let's just unpause, get playing, and fastest. So my goal for this playthrough, I haven't pinned it down really, but I think I would like to try to make friends with as many people that I come in contact with. Right now, we haven't seen anybody. Most of the last video, if you watched. Ooh, habitable. Yes, that's a commendable initiative.
System survey complete.
Find those habitable worlds. Get us life.
Construction complete.
Last time, if you watched, most of it was me describing the playthrough and the mods that I'm using. Not gonna go over that again. I might bring up certain things I find interesting as we're playing. But right now we need to... Oh, that needs to be on the fastest. Come on. This is gonna take a while for the UNS Magellan to go to the Alpha Centauri system. Ooh, we have finally researched space whales. Tayanki. That's what it is. Tayanki. Or however that is pronounced. The accent might be on a different syllable. So. Oh yeah, something that is a consequence of the Colonize Unlimited is the Mars, Jupiter, and all the special little pictures that show up for those different planets. They're removed. So Mars and Luna, I think those are the only two that had like special graphics that weren't compatible with Colonize Unlimited, because if you would terraform those worlds, you would find out the hard way that something wouldn't change. I think that's the explanation given by the mod author. What are we doing? Okay, so we're physics lab, colony ship, ion thruster. I know that what we want to do is try to get one more colony over in the Alpha Centauri system, Bernard Star, if there's one there, and in any of these other systems like the Procyon system. That might have something habitable, but I don't want to expand super fast because that will limit how fast we can really research our tech. By the way, scientists, oh yes, cancel that. Research project.
Complete.
Yep. Oh, what do we want? I always like to get the orbital stuff for the space stations as soon as I can. I always have a problem getting enough energy. Like, I always have a deficit in energy later on in Stellaris, so I would rather just nip that in the bud right now. Alright, and once you're done with that little spaceship, yes, we want to explore Alpha Centauri and then explore Bernard Star. I noticed while rewatching the video last time, I misspoke a few times. Like, I kept on calling gas giants Jupiter planets. I didn't even realize I was doing that. And the mod that added new portraits for species, that was actually 84 portraits that it added to the game and several new species types. So we'll see that later on. That will be some interesting discovery. I don't think I have memorized everything in this. So, yeah. Are you done yet? Oh, I had it on pause. Okay, no wonder nothing was happening. Come on, get your act together. Stop it. Sorry, my inner monologue always insults me.
Special project complete.
Ah, so our science officer has returned. Ooh, the underwater life? Oh, that's interesting. Did it have any effect on the planet? I added some research, some society research. See, right there in the center is society research added to this planet with a subterranean ocean. Which technically, if I were to terraform that from a frozen world into anything else, it would maintain that subterranean ocean modifier, and any events that are connected with it could still trigger, if there are. I know in one of my previous playthroughs that is not on here, before I started the channel, there is a molten world in that playthrough. I believe it's still active. I don't know if I'll ever show it on YouTube or not, but it's a molten world and it has all these alien creatures that have molten world as their preference. So it was kind of interesting to see molten world, and it had subterranean like dwellers. There was a civilization underground, and it kept on triggering stuff in this molten world. And I know it's hard for me to make sense of that. It almost breaks immersion because it's a molten world. Anything underground is probably soft putty like rock that won't form openings and caves, but whatever. I guess that happens. Oh, funny story. The first time I had the Colonize Unlimited mod installed, I had a gas giant as the like main planet, and my planet was a size 16 moon around it, and I got the floating cities tech that comes with Colonize Unlimited, and I got some droids, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna colonize this gas giant here, and I make the city, and then I go away, la-di-da-di-da, fighting a war, and then suddenly I get this event tree that pops up that, oh, these people in your home system, they've found some stuff, some terraforming equipment from ancients. And I'm like, huh? Is this real? So I'm like,
Research complete.
okay, look into it. So they look into it. Ooh, we got our colonizing stuff. So they look into it. Let's do farming stuff. And the event re-triggers after a certain amount of time. And it says that the colonists have they have activated ancient terraforming equipment. And suddenly my size more than 25, maybe around 25 gas giant gets converted into a Gaia world, which was a major inspiration for me making my sub-mod Gaia Reborn. But even in that, you can't terraform a gas giant directly into a Gaia world. Oh, what did we discover in that?
Evading hostile fleet.
Yep, space amoebas. Those guys. That's what those aliens were. I think +5 the administrative AI +5 research at the beginning. If I get it early, it's just going to shorten all research times as a bulk. So that's valuable to me. Okay, so right now we have our Alpha Centauri ship, and Bernard Star is still not explored, but it looks like these space amoeba, that's what it's called in this game, they've left. So this ship was trying to escape from them, but they left already, and the wind up and wind down for warp is increased by 30,000%. So he hadn't escaped yet. Actually, the maker of that mod says that for science vessels, you should probably put them on passive. That way you don't waste all the time it took you to go from one start to the next without FTL drives. Because if you didn't watch the last episode, this is a no FTL start mod that I have involved in my compilation. It just popped up that there were bad guys, and I didn't see any bad guys. Sometimes Stellaris does this stuff. Okay, so it looks like these guys may have come back. Kind of worried about that, because I don't want my science vessel to be destroyed. So hopefully they will leave. But if they don't... Okay, they left. I guess they're like, what's up here? I'm peeking in. Oh, it's just a science vessel. Hello. They're usually hostile, but whatever. We have a nice little world here. Atmospheric hallucinogen. Ooh, well, that's gonna be interesting. A bunch of people having fun.
System survey complete.
Let's put it that way. They'll have fun on that planet. That could have some interesting tech or event chains involved in it.
Situation log updated.
Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. We got a new leader. Let's make that the last thing we look at before we end the episode. New leaders. A new leader was elected. Anan. Gabadamosi. I think that's how you say it. I'm a hobbyist linguist. I do not have any idea the true pronunciation of that name. I only create a few languages as a hobby, but one more thing I want to do before we end this. Want to start a colony ship, but so far this episode was a little bit uneventful, but you got a few stories out of me about previous playthroughs of Stellaris pre-patch 1.25 or 1.2.5. I guess that's the way you say it. And we'll go ahead and research the hyperspace theory. Ooh, that will give us all the maps of everything. Okay, so we've started that. We've got a new leader, and he has an orbital research mandate. And we'll go ahead and start some mining stuff with our construction ship, and that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Please like if you like this episode and want to see more. Subscribe. This is a new channel. If you like what you see, give it a thumbs up. Repetition, maybe I'll get you to do it. All right, come back another time to Tai Mao Plays and watch more Stellaris, okay? See you next time. Bye-bye.